Hey everybody, this is Chris with Rock Solid Lawn Care and Landscaping LLC, and I'm just going over a few of the things that I started with for all the guys that are trying to start up the lawn care business and get through it. You can start it for cheap and easy. I did it for under $3 grand. Well, the truck was mine. I already had that, so if you don't have one, you can always go find one for a couple grand. You don't need the 4 doors. You can just get the regular cab, just something to pull a trailer with all the weight. But this was my Dodge Dakota, and I ended up having to replace the front and back ends last year because I ran it dry and ended up needing them. I found this trailer right here. It's a 6x10, and I found it online for, guy wanted 800. I got it for $600 from him. Small trailer, small sides. It carried my equipment around for the 2 years I used it, and it held mulch, but in order to use the mulch I had to throw a tarp in there, and I can only hold about 2 yards with it wrapped. And then found this on Craigslist 2 years ago, and it was for about, the guy wanted 25, I got it for 18, and still had a year left of the warranty on it, which was great. And it had, I think, 12 hours ran on it. But it's a RZT 0-turn 54-inch Cub Cadet, and it definitely ran great, and still does. My dad uses it to cut his house, so it's my backup mower, and he keeps it running. And then I have this little 22-inch Husqvarna push mower, self-propelled, for the spots that I couldn't get back with the 54-inch. So like, gates and all that to get through, I had to walk it. A 5-gallon gas can, cheap at Lowe's, and then a gallon gas can just for my 2-cycle oil mix, just so I can keep it separate and not have to mess with it. Then the Husqvarna curved shaft weed whacker, and Poland Pro blower. Right now it's in a leaf bagging catching stage, because that's what I use it for now since I got a backpack blower. But that's all I started out with. Under $3,000 for all my equipment. You can always start smaller, but for around here I at least needed the 0-turn, and used it for 2 years. Then I upgraded. We'll go over the upgrade equipment in a minute. But this year I bought this F350 Super Duty. Got the extended bed on it to pull, and I plowed this year, so I had to be plowing, and I needed the diesel engine and everything to help pull and maintain everything. I mean, you can do it with gas, but I felt better getting the diesel. And then I bought this brand new this year. It's a 6x12 with a 18-inch graded sides, and it's a tandem axle, just so that I could carry more weight on it and move more. And I can do about maybe 5 to 5.5, 6 yards of mulch in this thing at once. And it was nice because it was over triple what I was doing with the other trailer. So, less trips, bigger production. And then in the bed of this, I can get about 2.5 yards compared to the almost 1 yard in my Dodge. And ended up, last year I upgraded my 0-turn to a 60-inch fast track Hustler. Great decision. It's like a cockpit sitting up there. Cuts smooth, and this is their bottom brand commercial wise. And then this year I got this walk behind first, the Cub Cadet Cc 760 ES. I wanted it. It's a 33-inch cut. I still have my Self-Propelled that I bring with me for the small spots, but this, it it cut a little bit extra, 11 extra inches, so it got the jobs done a little bit quicker. But my only problem with it was you have to basically muscle it around to turn it. It's not like your normal walk behind. But it does good. I love it, and I'm still keeping it, I'm not selling it. And I just bought this the other day, Encore Premier Series, 36 inch. And I'm going to use this instead of my 33 inch Cub Cadet. And it's self-propelled walk behind. You know, it's not the hydro, those things are expensive. But I bought this one used, 600 bucks. The guy wanted 1,000 for it, and I gave him 600, talked him down. Cuts great, runs great. Definitely got to get used to it. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. So, got to go over that. Alright, now let's move to the little equipment. I got upgraded my 2-cycle gas can to a 2.5 gallon, just because I use it a whole lot more and the gallon runs out too quickly. I'll have to fill up this probably maybe twice a week now. Yeah, and then this holds, my Hustler holds 6 gallons, or 7, 3.5 in each tank, and I fill up that completely probably every 2 to 3 days, and then I keep my 5-gallon gas can full for my walk behinds and my pushes. But I got this year. A lot of people asked me for bagging, so I never did it before, and this year I was like, alright, well, let me go ahead and buy one. I found this on eBay, $180, 4 cubic foot bagger, and it's aftermarket, but they give you the attachment. You just drill it in there, and I'll show you where it is on there. I took off the blocker they had on it, and there's the piece it came with, and you just bolt it. I use the same bolts that were on there, make it easy, and then it hooks right up there. And then I bought an edger last year. I never offered edging my first year. I really was just getting into it, so I didn't think much of it. But I got an Echo edger. Worked. Don't know why I didn't do it before, but it makes sidewalks and curbs look 100% better. And then this year I bought the straight shaft weed whacker, Husqvarna 128 LD. A whole lot easier to edge garden beds and get under bushes and all that. So that works awesome. I recommend every lawn care guy have a straight shaft weed whacker. Does the job quick and easy. And then last year I bought this Husqvarna 150 BT backpack blower, and it was a world of a difference compared to the little handheld blower. The handheld would make your hand go numb, and you'd have to switch back and forth, and your arms would get tired. But this thing, you can just run with it. So depending on what your budget is, this was $400, or no, it was $300 for that, compared to $120 for the handheld blower. So at the time, the handheld is all I could afford. But I bought this new, and definitely recommend everybody getting a backpack. And then this one, it looks a little beat up. Just bought it. It came in the same deal with the Encore walk behind. And you know, I needed another backpack blower because some of the lots that I do, when I do have someone, it's more convenient if I had a second blower, because it takes forever, and waiting on the guy to finish up blowing, time is money in this business. And the quicker you get it done, the faster you make it look nice, the more yards you can do. And that's basically all my fleet of stuff. Oh, and then just to get all the, fix up the blades and clean it out under the decks, get little ramps. Other than that, guys, any questions, comments, go ahead, write me a message or write down in the comment section. Have a good day.